In this exercise, we are going to create a fully functional CRUD application that manages repair shops, customer list, and repair appointments. We will be able to view, add, edit, and delete customer as well as an appointment. In addition to the CRUD operation, we will also be able to filter appointments by customer. On the form, we will have a combo box that will contain all the customers, and when a customer is selected, only appointments for this particular customer will be shown. Now, to add a customer, we will create a form where the input text boxes will be used to enter information about the customer, and when the user clicks Save button, the information will be saved in the database. We will do a little input check-in and do not allow any fields to be empty, and we will also do not allow duplicate phone numbers. If a phone number already belongs to a customer that is in the database, then we will not allow another customer to have the same phone number. And modifying customer will be very similar. We will use very similar form, except of course when the form is loaded, it will be populated with the information about a customer, and we will allow user to modify them. But of course, since this is an existing record, we will not allow the user to edit the customer ID. And of course, adding and modifying appointment will be done in the same manner as described for the customer. The forms will be obviously different, the fields will be different, they will be specific for the appointment, but the principles will be the same. And we will also allow deletion of customers and appointments, but we won't have a form for that. We will be deleting directly from the grid view. So let's have a look at the forms. This is the main form that will have really nothing in it except the links to the appointments and customers, and we will be able to either create a new appointment or customer or view existing customers or appointments. Viewing all customers is gonna be done in the grid view. Basically, the form will open with all the customers listed, and we will have a button to edit or delete the customer. So the user will select a row of the customer that he or she wants to edit, clicks the button, and we will open an edit form. Or the user clicks delete customer, and that row will be deleted. So here are the forms to add customer or modify customer, and notice that they are pretty much the same, except when we modify the customer, we will only list the ID and do not allow the user to be editing it at all. Now, viewing the appointments will be a little different. We will have a bigger form that will list all the appointments, but we will also have a drop-down with the customers, and when the user selects a customer from the drop-down, only the appointments for this customer will be displayed in the grid view. Or user can click all and we will display all appointments. And just like with the customers, the user can select the row with the appointment and either edit it or delete it. And to add an appointment or modify the appointment will be very similar. It's gonna be done in a form like this. The user will select the date, enters the time, and from the drop-down the user will select the customer for this appointment and the repair type for this appointment. And we will allow a brief description as well, and a checkbox that will list whether the repair guy has to be licensed or not. Then of course the user clicks save and the appointment will be saved. If the user is modifying the appointment, obviously all the data will be pre-filled, but everything will be modifiable except of course the ID of the appointment. So let's have a look at the tables. So this is the repair types table with just an ID of the type and a description. So we will have like carpentry, appliance repairs, masonry, and so forth. Very simple table. Customers is just as simple. We will have a name and a phone number and of course an ID for the customer. Now appointments is different. That's where all the fun is. As you can see, it will contain two foreign keys. It will have the type ID, which is the repair type, as well as the customer ID. Because each appointment has to have a customer and a repair type selected. So these two IDs will be foreign keys. When we go to see the design of the table, you can see we have the appointment ID, which is the key. But over here, notice we have two foreign keys, one for the customer ID and one for the type ID. So this is going to be a fun project. We will be creating a fully functional database application with some foreign keys, 3 tables, and allowing the user to edit, create, or delete records. So the requirements are quite clear. Let's start coding.